Hey, I'm B Chanel. The B is for Brittany, and I'm a visual artist who loves to paint and keep the vibes high. So have you ever experienced walking into somebody's house and instantly feeling the energy around that house? Like you can just feel like all in your nervous system, whether it's peaceful and cozy and inviting, or when it's just chaotic and hostile. Something in your body, your intuition, something is just telling you to just get up out of there. Now, if you happen to be someone who likes that sort of thing, who likes to be around like drama and conflict, I don't know, maybe for like your own entertainment, I don't know, this video may not be for you. But from how I titled this channel, I'm assuming that you are someone like me who is quite sensitive to energy. You don't like being around too many people at once because of the fact that you feel everything. You feel people's energies, people's vibes very easily. It gets exhausting. You're not being funny acting, which is probably what a lot of people think from the outside looking in, but you're not. You're just tired. So yeah, I get it. I'm like that too. So people in general, whether they're aware of it or not, especially people like us who may feel it more easily, we have to be really careful and really selective about what we allow into our bodies through our senses, what we listen to, who we surround ourselves around, our environment, what we watch on television, on our phones, on social media. We gotta be mindful of all of that, because you gotta think about it like this. The eyes, the ears, the mouth, things you speak into existence, all happen to be in the same area of your body, which is obviously very, very, very close to your brain, right? And all of these gateways that lead to your five senses all has its own entryway to your brain, which is also your crown. Your five senses are all brain receptors, basically. Now, I'm not sure if anybody can relate to this. I've always been very sensitive to energy since I was a little kid. And as I've gotten older, I've come to learn that that has a lot to do with how I move. I can't go out and be around any and everybody. I can't go into any and everybody's house. I've seen spirits before, multiple times. It doesn't happen much now that I'm older. You cannot pay me to move into an old house. I always say, like, if I ever decide to buy a house, it has to be dang near brand new or nearly built. But yeah, I've just always been very sensitive to my surroundings since I got here. I just always could see things nobody else could see. So that's why I'm such a homebody, and I'm really mindful about what I keep inside my home and how I manage my home. But yes, I've come to learn from my own personal experiences how you keep your home, what you allow inside your home, who you allow inside your home. If it's negative, that kind of energy will surely manifest. Other people will be able to feel it, whether they're aware of it or not. They just won't be able to understand why. It just makes a difference. It makes a big difference. Think about how your home feels now that you're in a higher frequency now, and how you felt within your home back when you were at your lowest or something in that neighborhood. I know when I was like that, when I was making all these bad choices in a very toxic relationship, and you know, and all that, and drama and stuff like that, I didn't care about my home. I didn't care about keeping my home organized, keeping my home peaceful. Like, I wasn't trifling or nothing like that, but I did not care about the energy of where I was laying my head every night, where I was taking care of myself at. I just did not care. And now that I think about it, I realize I got worse and worse and worse. My depression, that was before I even knew I had depression. Things just wasn't getting no better until I started taking control of what was going on, until I got rid of the people I needed to get rid of. That's when I began to pay more attention to my, to my home. When I had my baby, and I didn't want him to be around a bunch of arguing or around a bunch of hostility and stuff. Me and his dad fussing with each other. I didn't want my baby to be around that. So I just started becoming mindful of our home, of the place where I laid my head, where I took care of my child. I was just slowly getting better. I didn't know it was like the energy that I was letting in, all that stuff at the time. But as I, once I awakened, once I became a mom, that's when, I don't know, that's when the light bulb came on, and I started getting very protective about my space. I just feel a difference. If I'm feeling like bad energy or something like that, I feel it and I address it, and I get it out of here. So yes, there is something about putting together a home with your spirit and vibration in mind. There is a difference. There is a difference when you move into a space and you start, picking out stuff for your house and decorating. Like if you purchase something that was, I don't know, created with a negative connotation to it, whether it's a piece of art, a sculpture, some low vibrational music, best believe it all carries its own energy. And once you bring it into your house, that energy will linger. It will have an effect. Whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, doesn't even matter. It's gonna be there. Whether if you're aware of it or not, because that is what art is. That is what makes art art. It comes with energy. And that energy could be either positive energy or negative energy. This includes certain colors, forms, that of art that's intended to evoke specific moods. You see that a lot in music. Most of it is done with the intent to make you feel a certain way. And just like music has the power to affect our emotions and our moods through sound frequencies and lyrics, other forms of art can do the same exact thing. So that's why when I decided to become an artist, I decided to create my art with the intention to raise people's vibrations rather than lower it. That was my choice. That's what I decided to do. Other creators and artists have decided to do the same thing. That's why you hear a lot of I guess if you go looking for, of course it's not promoted or it's not pushed to us, but if you go look into it, it's a lot of musicians and artists who create their art with the intent to raise people's vibrations as well. And I made this choice because I noticed that most of the stuff that gets put in our faces are low vibrational art forms, like low vibrational creations, low vibrational music, low vibrational movies. It's everywhere. That's why I decided to not do that, and a lot of artists do that because of the fact it gets pushed out. So that means more is more money for them, because people gravitate to it, especially if they're thirsting for that sort of thing. I felt like, it's just enough of that. It's like no balance. It's like all of the music is talking about the same stuff, the same negative stuff. Everybody talking about they coochie. It's just so much of that, and it's just no balance. So I was just like, look, I'm just gonna just attempt to just add some balance to what I decide to put out into the world. So yeah, so if you're someone who is trying to elevate and become the best version of yourself, elevating your home, the place where you are laying your head and where you're taking care of yourself and your family should follow. Because I believe what we choose to surround ourselves with really does matter. And also, selecting art isn't just about aesthetics. It's a way of honoring what you care about, how you would like to feel, what you would like other people to feel who decide to come into your space. So the next time you go looking for that new furniture set for your house, for your new place, bring some focus towards how it makes you feel. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with wanting your place to look laid out, having your decor decked out, and people coming into your house like, ooh, this is nice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't stop there. That's just surface level. Or for those who don't care about art, who don't appreciate art, that's for them, and that's okay too. But if you're someone who happens to be more empathetic, sensitive to your surroundings, what you choose to look at and pay attention to, such as artwork, can have the same effect on us whether you want it to or not. So be very intentional about the colors, the styles, hell, the artists, and the vibes you pick. If you come across an art piece that speaks to you or calls you, that means it's yours. Bring it into your space. Welcome it into your world. Peace and blessings.